is what you're made of. You are perfect and pure, even if you're not sure. It's what you're made of. L-O-V-E, love.
What if the race is over? What a great question. I love questions that don't have easy answers. It's your answer. It's an answer that only you can provide. What a wonderful, wonderful song. What a wonderful question to ask. And I hope that we spend some of our time each day asking those kinds of questions of ourselves. The deeper questions, the important questions. What is the purpose of my life here on earth? Why am I here? What are we doing? Yeah. And it's, there's this... I listened to Joanne, thank you for that meditation, wherever you are. Right in front of me. Wait a minute. I'll get these. There you are. Think about the idea that I am a spiritual being having a human experience. We've had it backwards for so long, thinking I'm a human. And every once in a while I have a spiritual experience. And we've forgotten even that there are spiritual experiences possible. We've forgotten that we're spiritual beings altogether. That's why we need places like this. That's why it's important for us to have spiritual communities, spiritual teachings, spiritual practice in our life on a daily basis. Because it reminds us of who and what we truly are. Today's message is called The Substance of Spirit. And it was inspired by Myrtle Fillmore. I had lent a book to Kendra and she left it on my desk the other day. And so I picked it up, randomly opened it. Happened to be at the page where there was a bookmark. I don't know if you left it for me or if I left it for myself. But in that page, I had something highlighted. And it was Myrtle Fillmore reminding me that when I am thinking about myself, body, spirit, human, spiritual, all these questions, think of your organism, your body, as being the pure life and substance of spirit made manifest. Now, the great thing is Myrtle and Charles were beginning to teach this and extend these type of teachings and ways of thinking starting in the 1890s. So this isn't, we call it New Thought, but there's nothing new about it. She says, think of your organism as being the pure life and substance of spirit made manifest. That's why I really brought these glasses, so I could read this passage to you. Keep your mind filled with joyous, constructive, beautiful, health-producing thoughts that maintain harmony in both mind and body. When your mind is peaceful, the healing energies flow through your whole body freely and abundantly. She goes on to say something very interesting, and I want to share it with you. She says, it's all a matter of consciousness. And when we unfold our fourth dimensional consciousness, we shall see into omnipresence. This is probably for you sitting back there, because I know you think this way. Fourth dimensional consciousness. And they were saying these things before it became popular, before anybody was saying these kinds of things. And there will be nothing hidden from us. When we refine and spiritualize our consciousness and the temple in and through which it finds expression, that's for John. He's big on the temple. Because when you have a healthy temple, you can receive more spirit. That's John's philosophy. Amen? All right. I don't want to encourage Kevin because we'll just, every sentence here, amen. But we have to refine and spiritualize our consciousness. That's the first thing. then our temple in and through which our consciousness finds its expression. Then we shall be able to think of the most distant point in the universe and immediately be there. There is no time or space to the one who has unfolded the Christ consciousness to the degree that Jesus had. There is no time or space. That means the race is over. That means I don't need to struggle any longer. That means I can use my mind, my consciousness, to spiritualize my experience, to allow it to be what it is, which is an expression of spirit. If we can notice spiritual substance around us, last week we talked about glimmers, which opened our minds. They're experiences which help us to open our minds to greater happiness and joy. And they put a smile on our face. If we can notice God in everything around us, we ought to be able to notice it within us. We should easily be able to see ourselves as that divine manifestation as well. The pure life of spiritual substance. That's what Myrtle is extending to us. That substance is extending itself through us, in us, as us, every single moment of every single day. We just kind of have another story going on of what reality is. We would think, oh, this is real, this is true, this is happening. We have this story. Until that's not our story, then we make up another one. And it's so funny. We kind of recycle the same stories as well. You have the same drama, just with a different person. When I noticed that, I said, oh, it must be about me. It's not actually about those guys out there. Because I'm having the same exact experience. I just put another person on it to play that role. It's so interesting. But when we take responsibility for all of our experience, then we are reclaiming our power. So that's not the question. Is the spiritual substance extending as you right now? Yes, it is. That statement is the simple truth of our innate divine nature. That's our truth. We are innately divine. We are perfect beings. We are spiritual beings. Yes, we're having a human experience, but let's have it from the spiritual perspective. The question is, how do you want this substance of spirit to manifest in your life? You're in control. How do you want that substance of spirit to manifest? This is principle number 3 of unity. All of our experience is the result of our thinking, our feeling, and our beliefs. All of it is being manifest from within. Michael O'Connell reminded me of an old saying in New Thought the other day. He said, have you ever heard your mind is the garden and your thoughts are the seeds? You can plant flowers or you can plant weeds. That's kind of a nice nursery rhyme. It's a unity nursery rhyme. It's something you can remember. In other words, you can plant thoughts in your mind which grow the same old things that you've always experienced. You can grow thoughts that keep you stuck in your separation and your pain, or you can plant thoughts and ideas which support your highest good. It's up to you. Thoughts that support your healing, thoughts that support better relationships, thoughts that support your prosperity, thoughts that support growing communities of compassion and love here in our community and around the world. You can plant those thoughts and you can be those thoughts. You will be your thoughts, as the Buddha said anyway. What you think in your mind, the thoughts that you hold, is what you become. So it's very important that you use this fertile soil of your mind to plant thoughts that are true, to plant thoughts that align you with the deepest desires of your soul and your highest good. I know some of you are going to argue, it's all for my highest good. I don't have to worry about it. Everything is perfect and unfolding perfectly. Well, that's true. And there can be no mistakes in a perfect universe. But the universe has no consideration at all for your drama. The universe has no consideration at all for your story. None. So there can be no mistakes in the universe of perfection. And that's true. But I might add, you're going to save yourself a lot of time and a lot of painful experience when you stop swimming against the current. Start flowing with it. You're going to save yourself thousands of years of struggling and strife if you do one thing. This is the one most important thing that I've been taught in my whole life. Cooperate with the universe. In more Christian terms, if you're in a battle with God, all there is, who do you think is going to win? I always like to say, cooperate with the inevitable. The flow of the universe and of universal consciousness is constantly unfolding the perfection of spirit. Our task is simply to cooperate with it. That's it. Cooperate with the inevitable. There's a guy that I like to read sometimes, Robert Adams. He says, there's something within you that knows what to do. There's a power greater than you, your ego, right? It's greater than that. It knows how to take care of you without your help. All you've got to do is surrender to it. Surrender your thoughts, surrender your mind, surrender your ego to the current, the flow that knows the way. It will take care of you. It will take better care of you than you can imagine. That's something that he's talking about in unity we call the divine spark. It's what Joanne alluded to in her meditation. The divine spark, the Christ within. If you surrender everything to that, you will discover that that is you. That's your true self. And that other thing you've been pretending to be, it's going to fade away. It's going to lose value in your mind. It's going to lose importance in your mind. And you are going to simply be a spiritual being, having a wonderfully spiritual human experience. We talk a lot about finding and expressing your true self. And this is exactly what Robert Adams was talking about. It's the divine self that was represented by Jesus, the Buddha, all spiritual masters everywhere. In reality, it's your only true self. It's your only self. The other one you just keep making up. And then, that one doesn't work, I'll make up another one. I'll play another role. I'll try this one. I'll try that. And they're all the same because they're all pretending to be separate from the universe. They're all pretending that they need something, that there's some kind of race, that there's something to accomplish. The only thing to accomplish is the memory that you are perfect. You are a spiritual being. So all philosophy, all religion, and every spiritual path on earth leads to this discovery, the discovery of your true self. Every one of them leads to that thing, that one discovery. So when Myrtle Fillmore is inviting us to think of our human organism as the manifestation of pure substance of spirit, she's offering us the key to the most powerful spiritual experience available to humankind. Remembering who and what you truly are. And there's no need to learn this through pain. Although some of us keep choosing those painful lessons. A Course in Miracles said it this way: there is no need to learn through pain, and gentle lessons are acquired joyously and remembered gladly. What gives you happiness you want to learn and not forget. So yeah, everything's a lesson because inevitably everything's leading to your highest good. But you can learn through gentle, joyous, loving, peaceful, connecting experiences. Both are available. It's just up to you which one you prefer. I think we just get so used to creating drama and learning through that stuff. Like we think we're not going to learn anything if it's not painful. We think we're not getting anywhere in life if I don't have some kind of challenge. Well, I'll present you with a challenge. Find out who you truly are. Accept this moment as the perfection of the universe unfolding right here and right now. There's nothing else to do. There's nowhere to go and no one else to be. Here we are. Here's the challenge. You never left heaven. Everywhere, as the song said, everywhere I go, I'm already home. What happens then? If I'm perfect now, if the race is over, if there's nothing to prove, the perfection of the universe will reveal itself to you. That's what will happen. One way or another, the perfection is going to reveal itself to you. The universe is going to reveal itself to you in all of its glory. But you can skip the persecution. You can skip the struggle. You can skip all of that. Skip the crucifixion. Go right to the resurrection. We got stuck, right? Didn't we get stuck on the crucifixion long enough? Man, I walk into some of these buildings and they're still worshiping death. They got the guy on the cross. Like, what's that? When I was a kid, I walked into a place, and my family's Portuguese, they're extreme Catholics. And it was a life-size, bit larger than life. I think it was 9 feet tall. And the blood was coming out of the head and then out of the side. And I don't know, I must have been 8 years old. And I think it was in New Bedford. And I turned to my grandmother was there. I think her sister had passed. And we were doing her funeral. And I was like, what is this? And I asked her, I said, I thought he resurrected. Like, it dawned on me that they were all stuck at that moment of intense pain, of crucifixion. They were all stuck there. And how often do we get stuck in our lives of some painful experience, some painful chapter in our life? We can move on now. It's time to accept that you are continuously resurrecting in consciousness, regenerating your body, your mind, your soul is coming into alignment with spirit. This is all inevitable, my friends. So let's cooperate with the inevitability of it. Because gentle and joyous lessons await you at every turn. Around every corner, miracle after miracle is waiting for you. All you have to do is accept it. The substance of spirit, of pure light and love and life and positive, creative energy is waiting. It's waiting for you to shape it, manifest it in accordance with your soul's purpose, with your highest good. You have to take it and shape it and manifest it for yourself, for your highest good. That's our only job. Our only job is to cooperate with the flow of spirit and the inevitability of our spiritual enlightenment. Let's do it. Are you with me? Yes. All right, amen. I love you guys.
You have been watching the message from our Sunday celebration service here at Unity on Cape Cod, providing a positive path for spiritual living. Please join us every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. at 147 Walton Ave, Hyannis, Mass. And visit us online at unityoncapecod.org. This video was made possible in part through a grant from Unity Worldwide Ministries and the Templeton Foundation.